I think it's really important to set boundaries for yourself of what you will and will not accept or tolerate. And I think that that's also knowing your self worth and knowing that you don't need to put up with certain things that don't make you comfortable. So you're allowed to set that boundary to be like, especially in the early days, to be like, I am not accepting this. And you're allowed to communicate your boundaries as well to be like, I am not somebody that can work off of the things that you're giving me right now. Like, I'm going to need more than that. And if you can't accept it, then like, that's it.
And so I think boundaries are a great way to protect your own mental health, your physical health, to protect, your time, your everything. And especially in dating, especially with dating, and especially with new friendships or new people in your life, it's very important to have boundaries in that way.
I think also too, one thing that took me a while to admit, and I know is hard for a lot of other parents out there, but it is setting boundaries with your kids. And I think that that is so important because I have experienced a lot of mental burnout with the boys, like just, I'm constantly with them, doing everything for them, making sure that they have everything they need. They're on time, they they're the happiest that they can be. Like that's my goal, just to make them happy. And I find that because of that, I'm constantly just like emptying my cup into theirs and pouring and pouring and pouring. And I realize like there needs to be some sort of boundary where it's like after a certain time of day, it's like I need to set some time just to be like, hey, I'm taking some alone time right now. I need to go do this for like a half an hour. They're old enough where they can be self-sufficient. But even if they weren't old enough, I think that it's important to tell your partner or your support person to be like, you need to watch the kids right now because I physically and mentally need a break. And setting that boundary of like, when I'm taking my time for a little bit, like if I want to have a bath, like you don't need to come and knock on the door. It's not that important and you can wait till I come out. Do you know what I mean? Unless it's obviously like an emergency. But I had to really learn that like it's okay. Like you're not a bad parent for like saying like give me like a 30-minute timeout. Because I was hiding at one point from the kids, like hiding to take a break. And I'm like, this is messed up. Why am I hiding in my own home eating an ice cream in my closet? Like, no, I'm setting these boundaries.
No, exactly. And I think it's good, especially with kids, when you set those boundaries, that teaches them how to set boundaries for themselves when they're older. And I think it's an important quality to know how to do that because like there's a lot of people who don't. And then that causes a lot of issues in people's lives and they don't know how to respect boundaries and they don't know how to set boundaries for other people.